Hi everybody, this is Waldorf,
And this is Statler.
and we're going to talk about my recent trip to the 2016 Buckeye Battles tournament, 9th age tournament.
So why is it called Buckeye Battles?
It's in Ohio,
And it's the Buckeye State?
and Ohio is the Buckeye
There
State.
you go.
It's a bit of a travel for us, but there was 4 of us rode together, and it was about just under 7 hours driving.
7 hours from here? That's
Driving. I mean,
yeah.
it took longer because we stopped, a couple times along the way,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
something to eat and stuff. But we left at 10, got there right around 5:30, so not bad.
Okay.
Bad.
So we're going to talk about your experience.
Talk about my
Your
experience.
musings, meanderings, and wargaming. There you go.
I don't meander, but I can muse in wargame, and you can meander.
I got news for you. You meander.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
So anyway, this was held in a college theater. As you can see, it's a nice thing, and the actual games were played, as you can see, in the back, kind of the backstage area.
So you were backstage
Stage.
gamers.
Stage/backstage. There was a few tables up front as
Sure. Okay.
well. It's down, another view from the other side. It's a nice area. Like I said, they had 98 ninth age players there, and all fit in nicely. A little extra space would have been nice, because I always like the tournaments where they have like 8-foot tables
Right.
for the 6-foot game, so you have the little 2 feet of
Right,
space
right.
for your dead pile. I just like clean battle boards.
Right.
If you ever look at one of my battle reports, you'll probably say I'm lying, but I like clean battle boards.
Yeah,
in
'cause
theory.
it can get confusing, especially when things start moving around. You lose a unit because
Yes.
you forgot that it was amongst the dead pile.
You already lose your opponent's unit, which
Yeah.
is even worse.
Yeah.
Forget the guys in the corner.
So being in the stage area, the sound effect should have been good, so you could actually hear each other talking.
You could hear each other talking well. You can see how high the ceilings are, so it kept the noise down a little bit.
Right. You know how important it is for people to hear me.
Yes, yeah. We've heard that.
Yes, we've heard that a bit. Yeah.
Just a couple more views. The very first game of the tournament, they did the hidden deployment.
Right.
So they just used these simple cardboard stands to divide off the areas.
And you just set up, and there were how many? And you played 5 games, correct?
5 games. Yep. Just another view of the thing. Between the arch, not the arch, the kind of the opening you see in the back in the back part of this video, in the picture. See if I can. From here to here is a big opening.
Right.
And these are another. I think they have like 40 or 40K players back there.
Why wouldn't they sealed in plastic?
Sealed in plastic, hermetically sealed.
Yeah,
so
to
that
keep
way
the smell out. You know.
Yeah. Come on, they're 40K players. They're nice guys too, I guess.
Didn't say they weren't nice. I just said it keeps the smell out.
Ah, gotcha.
Nice guys smell too.
No, you can't do that.
Oops.
Oops. What are you doing now? So anyway, that was it. It's a nice area to play in. Here's a shot from a little bit later on during that tournament. This is from the back. As you walk in the back right corner.
So you're kind of next, and it looks like all the terrain boards are manicured to a certain degree.
They are.
No felt or anything like that.
There were no felt terrain boards.
Oh, that's always a nice thing. So,
yeah, I mean, some of them were the hard surface board. Some of them had, like the ones to the right, you're seeing some of those have actual flocking on them. Just a mix of a lot of different boards.
Was there
there's 98.
were the hotels close by, or did you have to drive, or could you walk there? Or?
I don't know what was going on, but it was like a 15-20 minute ride to the hotels we stayed at, and a couple other people I talked to as well said they had the same issue. It's not bad. I mean, you're driving
just knowing what it is.
a couple times.
How was food handled? Did they have like a lunchtime thing?
They actually did a really nice thing, including in the tournament cost. They brought in some kind of, not Subway, but sub sandwiches, like 8-inch subs, and everyone got a sub and a bag of chips, and a drink, drink for lunch. They still gave an hour break.
So if you wanted to go out, you could.
So if you wanted to go out, you could. I think that's okay on the first day. They did it on the second day. They brought in pizza and gave you 2 slices of pizza and a drink. Again, really nice because you don't have to go anywhere.
Right.
And it's included in the price, so
I'm
it's
sure
not
a big
costing you anything if you're hungry.
Yeah.
Well, actually, even then they waited until everyone ate, and after a certain time, they just allowed you to come back and get more if you wanted it.
Okay.
I think they even had some left after that. It was a
Oh,
huge.
okay.
Should have taken a picture. There was a huge stack of pizza boxes.
I'm sure.
I mean, huge, because feeding 90,
So-
150 people basically.
Right. You said there's
Between the
98
two.
gamers plus all the support and
Support
everything.
and 50 more, 40 or 50
And
more on
40
the other side.
And
So
40 stinky people. Yeah.
they had their own food now.
Yeah.
The only thing, like I was about to say though, and I like this idea a lot. I just wish on day 2 I would like to see a tournament go with a simple 20 to 30 minute lunch, have it brought on site like they did,
Right.
and get the game moving, get it done, and get you out of there a little bit early because that's the travel day for a lot of people.
Right.
We had the 7-hour drive ahead of us. Some had some came from further.
How early was the start time for both days?
The start time wasn't till 10 o'clock
On both days?
on both days.
Oh,
Again, I
okay.
would like to see the second day be a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I think it's nice. It's great. I just think the second day should play your games. It's not like you're in a rush, but get the games moving, get them done, get you out of there a little bit early. That way, get
Or
you
maybe it's
home.
an earlier start that way.
Even
'Cause
an earlier start.
the
Whatever.
second day can be rather fatiguing, so maybe
Correct.
it's not bad having an hour break, but you have
True.
to start earlier to make
Well,
up
the
for it.
first day, the hour break, somebody was telling me, well, maybe you just drop it on the first day as well. And I said, well, on the first day, at least me, you go in and you play a game. And his point was, you go and you play a game and you stop and you take an hour. But like an
Right.
hour, depending on how soon you finish your game, an hour,
Right,
hour and a
right.
half break. But but as far as I'm concerned, on the first day after the first game, usually spend that hour and 15 minutes hanging out, talking with the guys you haven't seen since the last tournament.
Right.
Sometimes since for a year.
Sure.
So that's nice. All right.
I'm a big fan of breaks, just
Yeah. Well, they have.
for various reasons. Otherwise, people end up taking the breaks during the games. So,
That is a good point.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so there's a couple pictures of the whole area.
Mhm.
Again, the one downside I had when I filled out the comment thing for it, I said this is a wonderful tournament, greatly run. The one downside is the corner I'm standing in to take this picture. As you can look down at this table right below us.
It's quite dark.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah.
It's showing up darker in this picture than it actually was.
Right.
But it definitely was much darker than the other.
And there were 98 players, so 49 tables.
Yes,
Yeah.
49 tables. So that
And there
was-
were people drawn from.
I know one of the guys came from New York. We had guys coming from South Carolina. The what do they call it? What's the game? Columbia Misfires.
Right.
Columbia Misfires from South Carolina brought 2 players. So it's pretty good.
Right.
I mean,
And then people from the Midwest, you said.
and there's
earlier.
people a lot from the Midwest, mostly. They drew some guys down from Chicago, which is another good haul as well.
Right.
Anyway, it was a good mix of crowd, and it drew from a long way away. It's a 100-person tournament, of course.
So probably safe to say this is probably the biggest ninth age tournament so far
I
in
think
the
it's-
U.S.
I think it's been the biggest U.S. ninth age tournament.
Yeah. And
So-
as people slowly converge on ninth age.
Yeah, I think they'll only go up from here.
Right.
Is my opinion.
So so it's kind of close to where things were back in the heyday
Heyday
of
of the
8th edition, I guess. Yeah.
Like
At
a
least
year
for
and
this one, yeah.
2 years ago, I
Yeah.
guess.
So
A year and a half ago, they had that shadow hanging over it,
Right.
of the whole,
right.
just having dropped the line and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was like I said, well run, great tournament. A couple more shots of the guy. These are the 40K players.
Right.
This is their room. They
Yeah.
were separated.
That one guy's, you see, that blur is from the smoke.
Is that-
From the
You sure that's that, or just not a distracting spell or something?
something like that.
All right. So,
Oh, look at that.
and of course, this is one of my colleagues, James from Chaihammer.
Yes, yes.
Playing one of my clublet mates actually.
Yep, with the high elves. Yeah.
So with his
Highborn
highborn elves.
elves. Yeah.
Yep,
He even got his name on his shirt.
he does. Yeah, you gotta know who that guy is.
Yeah.
This was actually game 5. And just kind of an outside shot of everyone milling around back there.
Right. And people don't pick up their cups.
No, they don't. People thought that it was a great place to set them on the table. No. What they had was prize support from Merce Miniatures, from avatars of war,
So you got a free cup?
other people as well, hobby shops, other things. On these tables, they laid out the prize, and then they put a cup beside it with the name of the prize on it, and they gave you these little tickets you use in the normal fair or anything else. Wrote your name on the ticket, dropped it in the bucket for the prize you wanted to win,
Uh-huh.
and at the end of the tournament, they drew the names out of the bucket, the little cups, and that person came up and got their prize.
So about how many prizes were there, do you know?
It looked about like 40 or so.
Okay,
it
so
was actually
half.
kind of nice.
Okay.
And like I said, they gave you 6 tickets. You could put wherever you wanted. In addition to that, you could buy tickets. You could buy 1 for $1,
Okay.
6 for $5. I think it was 13 for 10.
And where'd that money go towards?
And that money went to support the tournament. In addition, they had the the Realms of Battle boards, the 6 GW boards that you can, with the hills and
Right.
stuff pre-sculpted on them, and you can
Uh-huh.
fit them together. They had one of those that they were giving away.
Oh, wow. That's like $300 or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
$300-400 for that prize. The only restriction they placed on that is you couldn't use the free tickets for that one.
Oh, okay.
You had to use
Yeah.
the purchase tickets for it. But again, somebody donated to them, so they gave it away. It's very nice. The prizes, as far as that goes, are very nice. And now these are kind of a few pictures of some of the armies that I got pictures of while I was there. Vampire Counts, nice army. I actually played this army.
This was your game 1 or game 2?
This was game 1.
Game 1, okay.
This was game 1. Yeah, started off on this army. But nice army, you can see.
Yeah, dogs. And it sounds like
And I like the blue that ties
ghouls,
most of the army
it's nice,
together.
right? And the big monster. And, he's actually taken the interesting build.
Yep. Big, I don't know what they're called
I
now.
don't remember what they're called either. But the big monstrous infantry, yeah.
Right. And you can see you have the Titan Forge.
Yeah, the
Goblin,
goblin on
undead,
the skeleton squig, yeah.
which was especially appropriate since he was playing me.
There you go, yeah.
This
Another undead army.
another undead army, and happens to be another undead army. This was not. I did not arrange these in any specific order, but
So
happens
this
to be
was-
another army
This
I
was your
played.
game 2, so
This was my game 2.
got some more ghouls and
Vargai.
it's like zombies and Varkalak and
Yep.
the skeletons. Yeah,
Screeching horror.
yeah, some wraiths and then some knights. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you play this army?
I did not.
It's
I
in the
did
wrong
not.
order.
It's in the wrong order. Then yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
And Ogre Army, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Ogre
I
Khans.
didn't know you could have 3 of those big beasties, but apparently, I guess you can.
He's probably got looks like he's got a character mounted on 2 of them. Yeah, so he's got the I don't remember what they're called, but the big. Oh, it's actually they're all the same kind of beastie. It looks like interesting.
Looks like to me, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he went with characters on because they're hero slots. So I guess that would make sense.
Okay.
The hunter, or whatever it's called, you can put them on there.
Right.
Yeah, and then yes, this is a small army.
Very tiny army.
Yeah,
This was a Chaos Warriors of Dark Gods army.
With Dark Gods.
They
Oh,
were
I love the bears.
They're using bears for their warriors. It's kind
Oh,
of neat.
that's actually for the warriors.
I think so. I think that's
Yeah,
what it
that
is.
looks like 25mm bases. That's great. Yeah,
It's kind of neat.
yeah, just different little thing going on. And
Just somebody trying
oh,
something
he's got
different.
the bear for the cavalry unit. Looks like the old Kislev bear.
Yeah, yeah, that is.
Yeah, I have one of those. It's a very nice model.
It's a nice model.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I love themed armies. So
Nice
yeah.
theme that was
Kind
different.
of got this rat bear thing going on. Furry creatures. Kind of reminds me a little of my undead army.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the Demon Legion armies that was here.
Yes. How do trees grow in Nurgle rot?
These are Nurgle-ish trees.
There you go. Look at all those flies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, again, another
Yeah.
army I didn't play.
Yeah, and then
thankfully.
he's got the beasts in the back and just the regular warrior guys and the
I'm assuming the big
swarms
pestilence
and
guy up
I
front.
assume it's Papa Nurgle. I don't know if that's Papa Nurgle or a
There's
Demon Prince.
Another nice
Probably
picture of
Demon
him
Prince.
that
Yeah,
doesn't look too happy.
yeah. That might be a? I'm not sure. That might be a War Machine model, but that's pretty nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another shot of it over there.
I like seeing with 9th Age that people are now feeling more comfortable and they're bringing in other models.
Yeah, they're
into
not.
their army. It's not all from one company.
They're not thinking they're restricted just
Right.
to GW
Yeah.
models.
So I think that's I hope to see more of that because I love
Yes.
armies that have kind of a unifying look to them, or just an interesting theme.
Yeah.
And highborn elves, interesting fillers. There's some fillers there.
A lot of highborn elves in this.
Some light
in this
cavalry,
tournament.
some heavy cav. I can't tell what those guys in the. Look, there must be a huntsman back there in the
Back
upper
left.
left. Yeah. Some archers.
So,
That's a
yeah.
pretty small army. One flyer, a couple flyers.
Another ogre army.
Yeah.
This using the big beastie from Games Workshop.
Yeah, from
Middle
Lord
Earth.
of the Rings. Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Mamook or whatever it is.
And
Mamoot.
then we have some orcs and double-handed weapon guys. I'm surprised to see those. For
There was a
ogres.
couple units of those around.
Oh, interesting.
I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, and then the characters mounted on the whatever they're called now, the monstrous
yeah,
cav.
Yeah,
They're very, very
very
nasty.
scary.
Yeah, it's kind of a mini monster army now.
Yep. Another ogre army.
Yeah.
This one I played.
Okay.
Should have been the third slide, I guess, but we'll get over that.
Yeah, some mercenaries and just more dudes and
More dudes. And
double-handed
he had a
weapon
unit.
guys.
He had a
shooty.
he had a unit of 6 great weapon guys as well.
Yeah, I see that.
4 little mercenaries
Two
running around.
characters. Yeah, some
Couple
Yetis.
characters, Yetis.
Love me some Yetis. Yeah.
One of the kin eaters, I guess. The
Yeah.
ambushing guy
Right.
over on the right. So, anyway, big scary monster.
It's a-
Dark elf army that kind of gets lost in its display
yes,
board.
they're very sneaky. They're
Yeah.
very camouflaged. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, 3 bolt throwers up on the hill.
Yeah, it looks like great weapon guys in the middle. It's hard to tell, and
Yeah.
maybe some cavalry. I can't tell those.
The ones on the
Cold
top
one.
left look fast cav.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, can't
Could
really
be.
tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's just too much.
Too much blending.
Yeah.
Another
We're-
highborn elf
we're
army.
blending.
Somebody taking the Reaver chariot, whatever they call the skyboat thing.
Yeah, well, they've done a lot with that. It's
Is it better now?
oh yeah. I mean, it's not.
Okay.
It's got a purpose now. I mean, actually, it's thinking pretty good, especially if you have a few of them.
Okay.
This is my opinion.
Looks like a
Yeah.
good sized unit of white line. Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
keep going with the
Very-
old names. I don't know 'em.
Yeah, very large eagle again.
Yep.
But,
A couple units of either spears or loath or the sea guard.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, can't really tell. I'm thinking they're spearmen, but a couple bolt throwers, and then the huntsman. Yeah,
Yep. Fill 'em in, yep.
pretty good.
Dwarven army. I've got a better picture of this later. Sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Meant to take this one out.
Yes.
Another highborn elf army. He's got the high prince on a chariot in the center.
Oh yeah, this is an interesting theme going
with a
here.
One-up rerollable.
Kind of like a dark high elf army.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the sisters with their nice bows and interesting looking bolt throwers there, kind of modeled behind walls and stuff. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. That cavalry up front looks like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice army. Empire.
EOS.
Steam tank.
2 units of griffins and steam tank.
Yeah. This.
The big blue griffin. I
The-
just never liked that model. It's just so big for what it is.
Yeah. The 2 units of the big monstrous cav
Uh-huh.
seem to be kind of a favored thing on the Empire.
Yeah, they're still. I mean, Monstrous Cav is still Monstrous Cav. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been toned down a lot in 9th Age just because of the drop in and armor save, but you still have a decent toughness, and you hit pretty hard. And I think a lot of people still own them from previous.
Correct. That's I think that's
And
another
there's a lot of that going on.
another
It's very
Demon
nerdy.
Legions.
Yeah,
This guy had a whole story write up on his.
yeah, I see that. Can't
Army.
read it because of lighting, but
Yep.
twin spiders.
Orcs and goblins.
Surprise, surprise.
This is one of my club mates.
Yeah,
Yeah, he took this army.
this is Ben.
This has been
Yeah.
add the second spider to his
Mhm.
army list and went down there with
You
this.
got some Nashers, more spiders, Nasher Dashers. Yeah.
Yeah, spiders. One.
I just gotta get the
one
theme
spider
going on.
removal.
Looks like they're all kind of the Night Goblin guys, except for the Boar guys back up there,
Yeah,
and some more machines. Yeah.
yeah, and that's the savage. Head basher unit there in the center
Okay.
with the giant in there.
Yeah. Can't go. Well, let's see.
The
Auto
giant's
take
just
for
the. Of
this
course,
filler.
just the filler.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a good For tournaments, that's a good way to use
It's
it.
the best use for a giant
It's
in
the
a
best
tournament.
use for a giant, yeah.
And this is a very blurry army.
Yeah, it's missing a spider.
I didn't want people to see what this is my army, and I didn't
Yes.
want people to see what I was taking, so I thought I would take this blurry so no one could really tell.
That's a good technique.
Yeah, so anyway, this is what I had.
Maybe you're trying to hide your composition.
I am.
Yeah.
I want to make sure no one could say I was cheating. And
Oh, I thought it was an embarrassment factor.
yes,
Yeah.
well, that as well. Nice Beast Herds army.
Yes, it's beast turds, yeah.
You can see a couple, I meant to take one of those
Yeah.
out as well.
Lux dude,
Yeah.
chariot. Yeah.
Big, nasty monster. Like that monster. It looks so good.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice GW model.
Yep. And I don't know where this model came from for the giant, but it's kind of nice. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm wondering because I was watching actually a battle report recently that this is Once Bitten's army, I believe.
It is.
So I think he was playing.
And I have to apologize to him for taking a picture of this without his display board being out.
I think he did it on purpose.
Trying to just tweak him a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe so.
Can't even do a proper display board.
We'll go with that one.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, double monsters and then the beast herds everywhere and some minotaurs.
yeah, good army.
Yeah.
First Tomb King's army.
Yeah. And,
Couple
Undying
chariots.
Dynasties?
Yep, Undying Dynasties.
Yeah.
Thank you.
the
So nice theme.
monsters infantry.
Warriors of the Dark Gods.
Oh, two big blocks of warriors and looks like some knights there, some dogs.
Yep.
And I'm not quite sure what the unit in the middle is.
Looks like that's a cav unit, isn't it?
Is it a
They're on
cav?
50
Yeah.
bases. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Cav unit.
Yeah.
It's kind of blurry, but
Actually,
it's
it's,
cav.
oh my gosh, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, well, you can see he's got 3 units in
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, 15.
3 units of
Warriors of
dogs
Dark
are almost nothing.
Gods Cavalry. Ooh. Okay.
I think it's 10.
Is it 10?
I
Okay.
think
Maybe
it's
it's
10.
just how it looks in the picture.
Yeah.
I'm old. I got old eyes. What can I say?
Another one of the armies I played, Armies of Dark Gods.
Okay.
Seeker, whatever the
Okay.
really fast cav.
You played them as
guys are.
Seekers? Okay. That's
Well,
interesting.
whatever they are. You played them as the thing. They were
Yeah.
really fast. They're
Yeah.
big movement.
Then he's taken the like Forsaken guys, a couple
Yep,
units of
2
them.
units of force, whatever
Mhm.
they're called. Yep.
Yeah, and some more knights. I like the shield, the normal paint job he put on the fast calf.
Hmm. Yeah, it was a nice looking army.
And 2 bricks of guys. I'm assuming one of those is actually
The barbarians at
the
top
barbarians,
right,
yeah.
with great weapons.
And one's the others, the warriors.
One's of the warriors of wrath.
Yeah. And they played it as a giant, or was that?
He played as the cast giant.
Oh, okay.
Seven, and gave him the upgrade to make him a wizard's conclave, so he's got an extra wound.
Okay.
So it goes up to 7 wounds and a
How
couple
long would it take
spells.
you to kill that?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Another club mate of mine. This is Jeremiah.
Yeah.
This is his Warriors of the Dark Gods. You know,
Yeah. Another unit, 2 units of warriors,
Yep.
and then in front some dogs, chariots. Yeah.
nice display board. We left this
Yeah.
display board in the top of everything else in the car there. We were hoping that his water theme thing here in the middle would have melted back, but it didn't. We had it up at an angle. We were kind of waiting to see if it melted and ran off the edge of the board.
There you go.
But of course it didn't. Nice Equitane army.
Yeah, 2 units of pegs. hip
Went a
grip,
different route with his display board. Just kind of went
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
actual pure display, not a
Just got a marking.
not
yeah.
a terrain display.
That's all right.
It's nice.
And a whole bunch of good-sized units of knights.
Yes, a lot of knights. A lot of knights.
So I guess you
No, you look, none of the trebuchets, none of the
no
field
trebuchets,
artillery.
no chaff units, really.
No.
I mean, I guess the peg knights you could say that probably had to use characters as chaff. Huh?
Yeah. Anyway, there's another picture of
Yeah.
one of the units of knights.
Yeah. Well, 2 great. You can't go wrong with a couple units of Grail Knights.
Yeah, they look nice looking army.
Yeah.
Very nice looking army.
Shame it's not the
Which
most
one?
powerful.
No, that's an exaggeration.
Yes.
Dwarven holds.
That's a big hold.
This is a very big hold.
My
It's a
question is,
great
how do you
display
hold
board.
that?
You do not hold that. Very nice display board. Another one of my opponents, actually. I
Right.
think this is the fifth guy I played. Actually, I played in game 4, but
We got some LED lighting action going on.
LED lighting action. The king back here on his throne. This was lit up. The runes underneath were lit up. really cool. The two gyrocopters had spinning.
So that's not a bad picture.
It's not a blurry in
That's
this
actually
just limited
rotating
area. These
blades,
are rotating
yeah.
blades, and his organ guns lit
Yeah.
up as well. You can see a little close up to see the spinning blades a
Right.
little bit better, and the runes on the. He had the throne. What is the dwarven throne now?
Hmm.
He was riding that.
Okay.
Not just the shield bearers, the full blown throne.
Okay.
And of course, like I said, on the top right, you see the volley gun shooting.
Right.
The lights in it didn't stay lit; they kind of rotated. And
Okay.
bing, 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 like it was firing.
Mhm.
It was very nice. Won a couple Players' Choice.
Did he throw things at you when he
Things.
was playing just to give you the full effect?
No, he did not.
Okay.
He did not, and I wouldn't let him to put this down on the board as
Oh.
his deployment either.
the
To his credit, he didn't ask.
the
I might have actually because it looks really cool.
yeah. Highborn Elves, the red theme going here.
Hmm.
The eagle's fallen and can't get up.
Yeah, there was not a.
Yeah, some Knights of Rima, it looks like.
I got pictures as I could through the day.
Yeah, the Eileen Reavers, looks like more Huntsmen.
Yep.
Yeah, Huntsmen's
And
very
drag-
popular. Yeah.
The Knights of Rhyme on the bridge.
Yeah.
Saurian Ancients,
Sword Ancients, yeah.
big Carnosaur,
Yeah.
scary monster.
Can't quite make out what's behind it.
Three of the flyer guys.
Oh, there's something behind the board, I guess.
Yeah, that's his like a dice bag or something.
Oh,
like that.
okay. It's like, all right. And then
Again,
then
these
the,
weren't.
the warriors and skinks and a couple of and then the Triceratops,
Hmm.
Thermoscutus or whatever it's called. I can't remember.
Wow.
And skink.
It's a big name.
Yeah, this army's full of those. Yeah.
I think we saw this one before. Yes, we did.
No.
Duplicate with the three big monsters on. Yeah, the ogres.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Remember, I was asking if they can do
Yeah.
this.
Right.
Still a nice looking army.
Yeah. See an
Saw
awesome
that
guy
one
too.
again. There's the bears. And the Highborn Elves.
This is the Hello Army.
The Hello Army. Yes,
Hello.
the
Hello. Glad to
This
see
is
you.
the hello. My name is.
Yes.
And it's just a big blank spot where you can come kill you.
You should have wrote your name there and taken it home.
I can't. Good
Then
idea.
them come in your army.
No, it's mine.
Yeah.
Another nice display. I like the.
Yeah, with the
Corner
rock
piece in
and
it.
the,
It's
like
nice.
the
Yeah.
shrine thing in the back. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple of phoenixes, like eagles, some bolt throwers, 3 bolt throwers, and looks like some Knights of Rima.
Standard 2 eagles. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, the scout guys. I haven't seen too many people play those. That's interesting. And then 2 bricks. Looks like halberd guys and spear elves. And a big dice bag.
A big dice bag. I wanted to make sure you get a shot of that.
It's very important.
Another Beast Herds army.
Clearly, he's going with the theme of the beast herd, being sneaking out of the dice bag.
It's a lot of minotaurs.
That is a lot of minotaurs.
14 of them.
Yeah, 2
That's
units,
really scary.
some chariots. I wonder if that's, and then a big brick of dudes, and looks like maybe some wild horns, and
Yeah.
another brick from, I guess, for ambushing,
I guess a giant in the back.
and a big 5-inch template that says Buckeye Battles 2016.
There you go. Those were given out free, by
Yeah.
the way. Infernal Dwarf Army.
They're blue lava.
The Blue Lava and
Yes.
the War Machine.
It's like a little bit. Oh no, he's got.
A lot of small units in this one. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, and he's got this. He's got the looks like the orc slaves in here, and
Orc slaves, 2 of the
some not
small
many.
guys in the back.
So those might be goblins in the back.
I think they are.
Yeah, it looks like there's only the infernal dwarves up front.
Front and the middle. Aren't
Middle might
those
be it.
guys in the
Hard-
bluish guys
Could
there?
be. It's hard for me to make out.
Yeah, and there's 2 units up.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2
Interesting. So fill it out, and the guy on the probably a Lamassu
Yeah.
or a Taurus.
What I
can't
don't
tell.
see is the big Kadem, so I don't know if he didn't have one or if it just wasn't laid out, unless that's on the far right.
Well, the
That
question is,
looks like Lamassu.
what's the thing on top?
I thought that's another war engine. Maybe
Is it?
that's the Kadem.
Yeah, because
Could be the Kadem. Yeah, it's probably the Kadem, and that's
Mhm.
the big tank thing down
that's
below.
that would be the whatever the tank is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This was a really nice effect in
Uh-huh.
person. It doesn't photograph well at all.
But it here looks like still shot from the Speed Racer movie.
Exactly.
Go Speed Racer.
There you go.
Go Speed
With the
Race.
lanes
Go.
deleted. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah. No, they had a red sheet of plexiglass and tinfoil and lighting underneath it to shine up from the bottom. Slaneshi Army looks nice.
Kind of like walking like a lava or blood. It's kind of a neat theme. Shame he didn't tie it into his bases. That was
He could have tied it a little bit better into his bases, but like I said, it's a nice army, and
Right.
you can see a little bit better there.
And he's got a lot of chicks in his army.
He's got a lot of chicks.
Going
Slaneshi.
That Slaneshi chick thing going on. Yeah.
Yep.
The Medusas actually used. That's interesting. Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah.
It's kind of different. The Saurian Ancients.
More Saurian Ancients.
Kind of a
2
simple
big
army.
blocks. 2 big blocks. Looks like
3 big
So
blocks.
I think
Oh,
the
sorry, skinks up
might be
front.
the temple guys in the
So?
3rd block. I think so. With
Okay,
with the what are things called again?
yeah, guy on the Pelican.
Yeah.
Pelican.
Yeah, and a couple of little
Yeah.
pieces of skinks and the looks like the fighty raptors, whatever they're called.
Nice round display board.
Yeah, I like round.
Demon Army? Or is the Dark Gods?
It's I see some.
So the
No,
guys up
it's
front
what-
left are the ones that.
No,
kind of
this is
confusing.
demon.
Is it? Okay.
This is Demon Legion. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just he's got a mix of the different cults. It looks like it's a mixed demon army.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've seen this before. This is my first opponent again.
From a different angle.
Just different angle,
Yeah.
different view.
Well, there's
His
6
display
of
board
those
had
things.
this little cave with the guys coming out of it.
Oh,
It's kind of
yeah.
nice looking. Just a little feature.
That's where he could put his drugs.
All right. Chidehammer.
Orcas and Goblin. I'm very offended he has a dead Pegasus on his board.
He's not dead yet. He's sinking into the tar pit.
Yeah, great. just not right. I
Not
think we're
good
gonna have to block his channel. I think now.
Think so?
Yeah.
He was really happy with his new
This
piece,
thing?
his new spider.
And note yet another army with 2 spiders.
Yeah, I'm seeing what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move on from that.
Okay.
Another highborn elf, pair of eagles on the right, of
Interesting,
course.
like kind of Swedish
Highborn elves.
colors.
Highborn elves must go through eagles. They've got a really good breeding program for those.
They grow
eagles.
fast.
Apparently so.
That's why they only have 2 attacks.
Okay,
They grow quick.
they must because they die.
I think the Sylvan elves shipped them to them. They grow them there.
It's a shame.
The elves don't grow fast enough, so they grew lots of eagles.
Yep. Another highborn elf.
Yeah.
This is
Looks
another
like,
one of this is one of our this is our guy.
Okay.
Mate.
He's those old
Kelly.
Sylvan hawks as his eagles, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Interesting. And he's got a rider and
Rider,
like a
Griffin Rider on the
and,
left.
Yeah, Phoenix.
Frost
and
Phoenix
a
in
couple
the
bolt
back.
throwers, some Knights of Rima.
This guy
Archers,
apparently though
yeah.
this guy ran into the shortage problem with the Eagles. He only got 1.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it happens. I guess there is some limit to them.
We've got a character on the other one. Needed a friend.
Here's the picture of the
Okay.
the dirigible army. I love these what he's using for his
Yeah.
gyrocopter things.
Gotta love blimps. Anybody who can feel glimpse, even
Yeah,
if I'm not a fan of the army. I love the flyers.
I love the looks of these blimps
Yeah.
too. It's nice.
2 big, it was like warriors, and then the iron. I can't remember what they're called, but the armored up
Shooters.
guys.
Oh,
And then
shooting
he's
guys.
got the and then he's got the anvil and
Mhm.
a couple of organ guns and a
Looks
cannon.
like 2 organ guns and a cannon.
Yeah, and then the Slayer dudes, whatever they're called.
Just the guys
The
that
characters.
run around by themselves.
Yeah, they're really nice.
A nice little display diagram on the bottom with the
Yeah,
cave
yeah,
coming
cave.
out, the mine
Now,
shaft.
now the guy hides his drugs. Yeah.
You hung up on this drug thing, aren't you?
Hey, what else do you go for?
Thank you.
I know the truth.
You think there's a large drug culture in these tournaments?
Look at the colors these people are choosing. tell me that's some LSD not involved.
Another Empire
Or
Army.
a Sunspell, a tank.
You might have just got me banned for the next 2 tournaments.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as it's not me.
yeah, good.
Yeah, 3 units of knights.
Just go into your name.
Yeah, big
Um,
block of probably halberds. It looks like halberds, but
Yeah.
I
This
see
was
organ gun in the back.
this is a bad picture of a nicely painted army.
Yeah, it's a little on the blurry side.
Yeah, some of mine were. I don't know what was
No.
going on.
You didn't take your meds to stop with the old man shaking.
I think we saw this one before because there's the big blue griffin
Yeah, there's the
that
blue
you
griffin.
weren't a big fan of.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the blue griffin.
Uh,
I'm not a fan of the model.
Undying Dynasties.
Yeah. Oh, I like the conversion on the Colossus or whatever that thing is
Mhm.
called. 2 units of snakes.
Couple tomb swarms,
A
couple
rat-
swarms in the back left.
Yeah, some characters and a really big block of dudes and
Not a lot of
small
stuff.
block. No, it's interesting. Two fighty. Those are archers. So that makes sense. Yeah, best archers in the game.
Yep, they are.
And another one.
Another Undying
It looks
Dynasty.
like he's used some alternate models though,
He definitely has.
or just maybe the way
No,
they're painted.
I think the way they're painted, because those look like legitly
Yeah.
Shabtis.
Well, I meant these guys up front, the skeletons. There's just something
Oh.
about them. The two throwers, and there's a sphinx. Oh, two of them. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the big war machine casket thing in the
The
back.
casket behind there, yeah.
But
And the two units of Shopties.
two units of Shabtis equipped with the great bows, though. I'm not
One with
quite
great
sold
bow.
on that. No, I
Are they
see
both?
bows on both of them.
Oh yeah, well, that's interesting.
So that's kind of odd. I wonder how he did.
Yeah,
So
some characters. Okay.
very colorful army. Another
Yeah.
Demon Legions.
Yeah, the Nerdlich guys.
Nerdlich seem to be-
Although it looks like he's actually he may be having some mixed guys too, because the guys in the back kind of look. Maybe.
Slaneshi a little bit. You thinking?
Yeah, well, then there's the Cornish type of guys.
Right.
And yeah, so he's got a mixed army.
Nice display. Nice with a little pond and
Yeah.
the kind of corrupted pond down the bottom
Yeah,
right.
it is a nice display.
Nice display board. Another Kingdom of Equitane.
Yes. A big blue, a big blue,
Big blue?
a big blue. That's how you say it in Equitani.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a block of peasants and two units of yeomen and some knights. Looks like one Grail bus and two regular knights.
It might be the lower knights on the right.
Could
Ones
be
on the
because he's
right.
got them wide. Yeah,
Based on the way he's formed them up, I'm
Yeah,
guessing that
could
the other
be,
type.
could be
What are they called? The
knights aspirant.
aspirant. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And then a unit of pegs in the back, and another hippogriff. I love hippogriff's one of the things I really like in the army.
another Orc and Goblin.
Ark and Goblin
Big spider up here. Nicely
Yeah.
painted
on
with
the
a
tower,
kind of a grayish
little
color.
spiders walking over. Yeah, I like it's hiding. It's a camouflage spider.
This guy did well.
Two giants.
With two giants.
Ah.
I need to talk to him, see what he did.
Obviously, you need to talk to somebody.
Apparently, I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm missing on
Yeah.
these giants, apparently. And if you'll notice, one spider. Just saying.
Well, he makes up for it by having two
Two
medium
giants.
spiders.
Yeah, that's true. But
And he's got two giants and Nasher Dashers and then Nashers. Yeah.
yep.
So
Some of the
it's
Titan-
it's a squig spider alliance.
Yes. Some couple Titan Forge models mixed
Oh,
in
those
there,
big-
like
oh,
the guy
those-
hanging
those-
from the tree with the wings, I
And
think.
it's those flying
Yeah. I don't know what
Nasher
they are.
things that they have in it. And a big unit, I guess those are the Savage.
Looks like the Feral
the
Orcs.
Feral Orcs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And an Iron Demon player.
Yep.
Nice. The big spiders is Kadim.
Yeah, this is a great theme. He's gone, instead of doing mechanical, he's doing the spider Shelob army.
Yeah. It's actually really nice looking army too.
Yeah, that's really, really
And the two
cool.
on the back left are the artillery, of
Okay.
course, and
And the smaller ones are the
the monsters, the
yeah,
monstrous
I
cav,
can't remember what
the
they're called,
centaur
the more-
things.
the Torag or something or other like
Yeah.
that. Not Torag, they're in Chad.
There's a nice
Yeah,
closer picture of his
The
banners, which are
regular-
also kind of nice.
regular dwarves with some conversions on them.
Mm-hmm. Good army. The picture.
Yeah,
Then we come to another Equitane player.
Equitane,
Sorry,
Try
what am
again?
I talking about? Undying Dynasties. These are
a very old Equitane
very,
player.
very old. An Equitane player playing a very, very old
Very
army.
old army.
Yes. All right. Well, let me look.
Two units of snakes. It looks like 3 units of the archer cavalry.
Yeah, whether that's 1 or 2 units of chariots, I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
6 chariots.
Then a big block of dudes. I'm guessing with a filler in the middle of something.
And those are different kinds of snakes. I'm wondering if he ran them that way or ran them just as 2 different blocks.
Well, that's a good question because they do have both the types. The one, the
Mhm.
zappers and the fighting ones.
Yep.
Then 2 units of archers and 2 catapults. Okay.
Yeah, he wasted his ability of being the best archers in the game with only small units. What do we got here? We've got, it looks like a Dark Elf army.
No, it's a Twisted Flame.
No, it's a Dread Elf army. Sorry.
Yes, it's Dread Elves. There's a Twisted Flame.
Twisted Flame.
I'm looking for the twist.
The twist is she's standing in the lava.
That
and
must
it's
be
fine.
it. And she's fine, yes. Daenerys Targaryen.
No,
So,
she was
yeah.
a Dread Elf, but there you go.
Now we know the truth of that series. Okay, we got 3 bolt throwers.
The 3 bolt thrower thing seems to be a theme in the
Yeah.
in these
Yeah,
elven
it's
armies.
it's a nice thing. You got some of the execution guys. You got the cauldron. Looks like a chariot.
Yeah.
Maybe some interesting. The sculpting is really impressive on these bases. Just
Yes.
with the lighting, it's hard to make out what they are in the photograph. Yeah.
And it's blurry again.
Yeah.
Slightly blurry. Another ogre army.
Cons. Yeah, this one's
Cons.
got a single stone and it was like 2 units of. Oh, he's got a great weapon guy and the regular. No, it looks like they both. No, great weapon and a regular bulls.
Unit.
And then looks like the mercenary guys and the shooty guys. Kind of a little bit of everything.
This
kind of
looks a
army.
little kind of a almost a kind of a standardish build.
Mm.
But you know, there's a few models here and there, one way or the other,
Sure,
where they go.
sure.
So, and this was a photo. This is Merce Miniatures.
Merce Miniatures.
Miniatures.
Out of France.
Out of France. They came and they had this display set up all over the whole weekend, and were welcoming anyone to come sit and play. And they had if you did sit and participate and talk to them and try to learn about it, they put your name in a cup to give you a drawing for one of the rule books. So looked interesting.
I mean, they're a little pricey, but they have some really nice models for different things.
Yep. So that was it for the for army photos.
So yeah, and of course you couldn't take all of them, but generally speaking, it looks like vast majority of the armies were painted and pretty
They
well
were.
painted.
There were some armies. There were some unpainted armies out there, of course.
But we don't show those pictures here.
Correct.
This is an adult channel.
It's an adult channel where we don't show the
We
unpainted
don't want
armies.
to scare people with nakedness.
So, but yeah, like I said, nice armies,
Mhm.
and I guess that brings us to results.
Yes. All
Buckeye
right.
Battles 2016. Now the odd thing, the numbers, we had the numbers a minute
Yes.
ago. The odd thing were the huge number of highborn elf players.
So yeah, I just kind of jotted it down. So you ended up with 14 highborn elves.
Out of 98 players.
Out of 98, they were the highest represented army, and then the second was Warriors of Dark Gods, with 10, and then you end up slightly behind that. You have the Demon Legions and the Saurian Ancients. Then everyone kind of falls into kind of a mid-range 6, 7, and you have a couple of stragglers. The Beast Herd's only 4. The
Infernal. Oh.
interesting one
Equitane.
is the now the Empire of Sonstal, only 4. What 3 of them, as we'll see, ended up in the top 10. Only 3 Kingdom of Equitane. Only 4 Internal Dwarves, I think, for different reasons. But then only 1 Vermin Swarm. That's just amazing.
Yeah, out of 98 players, 1 Vermin Swarm is kind of odd.
Then even the Sylvan Elves, only 5 of those, and only 5 Dread Elves. So
Yeah. So then we have
the lineup was, you had so many points for turning in your army list on time. Is that what I understood?
the bonus column was if you turn your army in on time, you got 10 points. Battle points, there was a maximum of 25 battle points per game. So 125 was the max score you could get there.
Okay.
Sportsmanship, you got rated on a 1 to 5. Basically, if your opponent was a normal opponent and didn't do anything wrong, you gave them a 5.
Okay.
Sportsmanship, you didn't really get dinged unless you
Annoyed somebody.
annoyed somebody greatly. Paint score for a standard painted army was 20, up to the best one they had, which got a 25.
So they're rewarding people for just having painted armies,
Correct.
not for having well painted
You're
armies.
well rewarded for having a painted army. You're not well rewarded for having an awesomely painted army. The difference
Okay.
between my army and the best army there is 5 points.
Yeah.
So I'm just, that's. I like the 25 points, being able to get up to 25 points for a paint score. That's a game. You get 5 games. That's equivalent of a game.
Right.
I don't mind that. I just think there needs to be a bigger separation between
Mm-hmm.
the standard armies like mine and the really outstanding armies. Maybe if you did a 15 and then bonused up to
Yeah.
25.
Well, I really like that they give a big bonus for just having the painted armies.
Yes.
Being a painting snob, I especially when you go to something like a tournament, the last thing you want to do is face somebody who didn't paint their stuff.
Favorite opponent. At the end of the game, you voted for your 2 favorite opponents. So you could get up to 5 points here.
Okay.
You can see number 2 guy had 5 points there. General's Choice Awards. The General Choice, these were the ones where the number of people who voted for your army is kind of a standout army.
Okay. Yeah, 1 point is not too many points.
And it's really nothing.
Yeah.
The thing was, I know I screwed this up. I didn't notice in the players pack the General's Choice form to fill out until day 2.
Okay.
And that was collected at the end of day 1.
Day 1. Oh, okay.
So I know I didn't put one out there.
Sure.
And of course your total sports. Go ahead.
So you mentioned that it was 25 points per game, so they didn't use the standard.
They did not use the standard scoring. They used it was a 20-0. It was a modified. It was a 20-0 scoring system. The difference being is that on the high side it was a 20-0. On the low side, though, if it was a draw, it was a 10-10. Then the levels went down. It was 9 for the next level, 9 again for the next level, then 8 and 8 and 7 and 7 and 6 6, all the way down to 5. So the minimum you could get for a game in battle points was 5.
So they kind of pushed the bottom table dwellers back into the middle.
So again, the taking a beating in a game did not put you out of it, especially with the 5 bonus points per game.
Right. One of the things that we noticed earlier when we were going through this, we won't scroll through it here, but is with this scoring that a lot of people in the top 10 actually played one another.
Yes.
And they were still in the top 10. And it wasn't just one-on-one. It was like paid 2 or 3 people in the top 10.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, you can see right there the number 1 guy has played number 6.
Right.
That's that right there. And then he's played Joe Finlayson, who's number 8.
Right.
Played him as well, and these guys are all still up there.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting effect of this scoring system. But so I mean, out of 125 battle points, the guy took top honors, got 109. So only came up 16 points short of the perfect score, basically.
Right. Then when we looked at the breakout, scroll a little bit, there was 3 Empire Sonstalls in the top 10.
Yes.
1 Beasters, a Dark Elf, a Sylvan Elf,
2 Infernal Dwarfs.
and 2 Infernal Dwarfs, and 1 Warriors of Dark Gods.
Yeah. So there was a good spread. Other than the Empire of Sonstal, there was a good spread up here.
Yeah.
And you can see it's 1, 3, and 5 as well. It's a pretty strong army now. It looks like, because these were some good players here too.
Right. Well, it's also interesting because the ones that we saw, and I think we saw 2 or 3 of them. I didn't see like the priest on the Pope-mobile, and
Yeah, he was in this army. I know. This
Okay.
number 5 army. I know he was in that. I did not get a photo of that army apparently.
okay.
But he was definitely there for that.
But I mean, it wasn't like a I would have almost expected to be like a
universal
piece.
thing. His was actually a all-mounted army, almost all-night
Right.
army.
Mm-hmm.
This guy that took number 5.
Yeah. Well, that's an army that can pull it off.
The
Just to note that the highest ranking Kingdom of Equitaine was 31.
number 31.
Number 31.
31 in this list.
Yeah.
Okay.
The lowest scoring army.
Yeah. The other odd thing on this thing, Club Mama.
Mm-hmm.
we had about a dozen guys coming from the Mid-Atlantic,
Mm-hmm.
and we play each other so much. They were nice enough to let us lump ourselves into a club. So we came out as the Mid-Atlantic Martial Alliance. So that way we could have a club named Mama. So we wanted Mama to show up on the list. And, considering this was our first time there, considering we did pretty good. We had 4 in the top 10.
Right.
So
I'm enjoying the Stormcast Eternal Club.
Stormcast Eternal Club, yes. I'm sure that raised a little bit of raised a few eyebrows.
Some people had a nervous breakdown when they saw that.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. So coming down through, it was a nice thing, and that's kind of the top 20 available on War Score. Of course, I just missed the top 20 coming down here in 21. One thing I will say about it is it was a nice tournament. Great people there. Everyone I played got their full point, sports scores. I would love to play any of those guys again. I had a fun game versus all.
Well, even when we rolled in, I think we only saw one person with a 22, so that's
sports score.
That was the lowest. So
and there was very few people got dinged for sports.
Yeah, I mean, part of that people don't want to knock people down, but still,
right.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was overall, like I said, it was a very nice tournament. Great opponents. The guy who I voted for as best sports, my top vote for best sports actually won the best sports in the game. I was trying to find him real quick. There he is, Brian Amburn.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy. He had the worst luck in our game and just kept laughing and there's those games you have where you can be smashing somebody
and you feel bad,
and you not only do you feel a little bit bad about it, but they can make it a miserable experience.
Yes.
Just by slouching in their chair, whatever.
Yeah.
This guy did none of that. Stood up, great guy. Anyway, highly recommend anytime you can get a game, play this guy. But anyway, so that's kind of the standings.
Okay. And then as I said, it kind of spread out, and the only big surprise is the Empire of Sunstall having
such a strong showing.
Only 4 entries, and 3 of them ended up in the top 10. So,
yes, that's kind of amazing. So,
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what that's telling you. It's 3 really strong players.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, there have some nice pieces, but yeah. So.
This guy.
So this is the.
This and then. Oops, sorry, missed that. What do we got down here? There we go. And this is kind of the awards ceremony. There was not a lot there. You can see it was guy on the left just kind of picked up his award and was walking off.
And this is where everybody collected their free cup.
Yeah, everyone collected their free cup.
Yeah.
We're typical gamers. No one wanted to sit in the front row.
Everyone was in the back row.
We populated from the back forward, kind of.
Everyone was trying to get on the back wall so they wouldn't be shot in the back.
It's funny when they made the first announcement, somebody in the back yelled, "Use your big boy voice."
Oh.
And the guy said, "I am using my big boy voice. Why don't you come down to the closed seats if you really want to hear?"
Yeah.
Anyway, just a fun thing. Just like I said, overall fun, well run.
So worth going back to?
I'm definitely planning on going back next year.
Yeah.
It's definitely on my agenda.
Oh, there's a little 9th poster there up on the upper right.
This is actually this is a poster for the Columbia Misfires for their upcoming tournament in August, first week of September, I believe. I'm sorry,
Guns of August in Williamsburg.
No, there's the Guns of August in Williamsburg coming up. But this is for the Columbia Misfires running one in Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks after that, so it'll be the weekend after Labor Day.
Oh, okay.
They're running one. And they made up these nice posters here.
Yeah,
There's
very nice.
one on the other side. It's really nice that they did that. It's a nice little thing.
Yeah.
It was there all weekend. He actually gave me 2 of these posters to bring home with me so I could hang them in our local game stores to see if there generated any interest for them.
Oh, interesting.
But anyway, so yeah, that's really nice. And if you're interested in these tournaments, they're showing up on the Ninth Age forum, of course,
Right.
Under the Mid-Atlantic
Right. So.
forum.
Okay. So, but yeah, so if people are interested, let's talk about that. So if people really want to get into the tournament scene, at least in the U.S., how do they go about it?
Well, the Ninth Age forum is where to go. There's a tournament thing there.
In the forums themselves on tournaments?
In the forum themselves, there's the national forums, and there's
Right.
there's U.S. forums.
Mm-hmm.
Under there, it's broken down into the 8 regions. We're in the Mid-Atlantic region.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the regions are very large.
Right.
Some of them have very little activity because those regions kind of primarily shifted to other game systems.
Right.
But the Mid-Atlantic, Midwest, which is the Ohio, which
Mm-hmm.
contains Ohio, are both the really large, strong Ninth Age forums.
Right. Well, and the other thing on the site, if you're not in the tournaments, but you're looking for opponents, there's actually an opponent finder. There's a map.
The map finder, it's
so,
a really nice
so
feature.
people have put their information on there. You can
Mhm.
find, potential opponents
Local players.
in your local area that you may not even know about. So, yeah, it's a great resource for not just going for tournaments, but just for going
Yes.
for the casual gamers,
Yeah.
like myself.
No, and even if you're a beginner and don't be intimidated to go to. I definitely tell anyone don't be intimidated to go to one of these tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
You might not do well in the first tournament you go to. You might crush everybody and do a great job, but it's a great experience. You get to meet a lot of gamers. You get to have fun. You're around guys that are participating in the same sport. Sport. That's funny. The same hobby you are. We all look like really big sportsmen, don't we?
We look very athletic. All these people in this picture clearly are basketball players.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad you noticed. But anyway, it's a nice way to hang out with some guys. It's, to me, going back and forth to these tournaments all the time, you develop friendships with a lot of these guys that you see 3-4 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
You can hang out, go out to dinner with them on Friday, Saturday night, have a good time. Really a fun time. I would highly recommend anybody who's not gone to a tournament to go to one, at least, even if there's one nearby, if nothing else, stop by and just take a look at it. But I really think you should sign up and go to a tournament because they're fun. It's a fun time. And most of the guys are nice. Don't really have the cutthroat players, that type thing. You don't run into that much.
Well, that's different. I used to game in the old days in the old GW Grand Tournaments, and I can say that you ran into all flavors of people.
Yes, I'm sure you did,
Yeah.
especially there.
And there's nothing worse than 2.5 hours being stuck with somebody who's just miserable. You just don't get that time back.
Yes,
Yeah.
understood. And that can happen to you in a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It really can. But I will say, this is the guy. I played 5 opponents, 5 guys, and because of the thing they did with the Mama Club, I did not play anybody I'd ever played before.
Mm-hmm.
All of the guys were very nice. Had a really good time playing all of them.
And we're back to the website for Buckeye Battles. So
Mhm.
anyone who wants to read more about, at least this is of course farther forward, but they're going to have one next year. You can just go to buckeyebattles.com and check it out. Just bookmark it to remind yourself for if you're interested in it next year.
Yeah, and of course, like I said before, follow the Ninth Age page and the tournaments page. They're posting stuff all the time. Buckeye Battles starts sign-ups very early, like February, March, I think, if I'm correct. And it runs up, like I said, they had at one point like 107 signed up, but
Okay.
had a bunch of drops as it got closer.
That usually happens.
And they had 100. They had 100 signed up the day before. I mean, they had 100 signed up the day of and 2 no-shows.
Right.
So dropped it down to 98. So just barely missed that 100 mark,
They-
which is a shame because I was kind of hoping they would make that.
Hoping for the century mark.
Yes, it's nice. But that's about it.
Okay. Well.
Nice tournament. Definitely, if we're doing the thumbs up, Waldorf is going to give that one a large thumbs up. Great tournament.
Is that what you call that?
So that's it.
All right, great.
Thanks for watching if you did, and if you didn't hear me. So thanks for watching, I guess.
Yes. Until the next time.
Next time. Bye.